First of all, thank you for having me here. President of the TTO, Mr. Brian Lewis, all the various governing bodies, presidents, entries, all the other sports that are here, the Paralympic president, the sponsors, and I always tell people I'm always happy and always ensure that I call all the sponsors out. Guardian Group, Adidas, Scotiabank, BP, Flo, NLCB, and Toyota, thank you in this recession time that you all have stood with us and continue to stand with sport, knowing that how important it is for the country and for the young people of Trinidad and Tobago. All the athletes that are here, coaches, parents, the media, thank you for having me here this morning. I'll be brief. You would have heard Sonny call some figures. As you know, I'm big on data and statistics and information. 70 years this year, TTOC being around, has been in the Olympics. I spoke at the championships about Hazy Crawford celebrating his 40th this year and how we've been breaking it up in 20-year cycles so far. So we're hoping and anticipating some big things this year with our athletes. But of course, I'm leaving the thunder for later for those who have been given that job to name the squad. I know most of you all are here to hear that information, but that is out of my hands. But I'm just pleased to hear the statistics and data. As we said, we want to continue growing and from benchmarks that would have happened before. And I was very pleased to hear from the team that we're actually going to field the most athletes ever in the history of Trinidad and Tobago in the Olympics. So let's give them a round of applause for that. Also the Paralympics as well, they are also going to be having the most amount of athletes attending the Paralympics. So give them a round of applause as well. And again, you'll get the details with regards to the team a little later. 18 medals won so far, and we're anticipating and hoping that that will be increased as well. And also we have a number of new sports for the first time that we'll be participating in. And of course, another statistics that you'll hear a little later is the first time we've had so many female athletes on the team. So let's give the ladies a round of applause. And on behalf of Dr. Rowley, the Prime Minister, the Cabinet of Trinidad and Tobago, the government, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, I want to congratulate all the athletes who have been selected, those who did not make it. I know this was also a record with regards to how many athletes actually participated and attempted to qualify. That's an record that we had 600 plus, was the figure I was told, which shows the growing interest for track and field and for Olympic sports. And of course that is good and healthy for Trinidad and Tobago. We all know during a recession that sports, recreational events and activity tend to increase for obvious reasons. It's much lower cost with regards to traveling and other forms of entertainment. And I think these brands that have been sponsoring are aware of that fact, and that's why they're taking this opportunity. And I've been saying it from day one. We all talk about oil and gas, you know, our main resource. I keep saying our main resources are our young people, of which most of them are our athletes here. So continue investing in our young people to ensure that the future of Trinidad and Tobago is in good hands. So I don't want to take too much time. Again, congratulations all. Again, all the people who assisted, the coaches, the trainers, the water boys, the taxi drivers, the parents, sponsors, everybody who have contributed to this Rio 2016. As you know, Rio and Soccer Warriors has been our top priority. And of course, the grassroots, the primary school and secondary schools, maintaining what we have, but most of our database collection so we can make the right decisions moving forward. And I think it has started to show. So again, we have a busy summer, a lot of sports going on. This is the main show. It's the bus has already started to roll. So God bless you all. Enjoy the rest of the program, and I'll see you all in Rio. God bless. Take care.
This is a very, very important morning for all of us. It's a momentous occasion. I would just like to welcome our special sponsors, the media. My attire is a compromise between a work situation and an official situation. It's a full tux track top. I just came off the field coaching. I have to multitask. Made it here for this grand announcement. We're about to announce the Rio 2016 team delegation. Now, 32 athletes in 8 disciplines, supported by officials in each sport and a medical team, which includes 3 doctors, physiotherapists, massage therapists, and Dr. Margaret Otley, the team psychologist. All in all, we have 21 male athletes and 11 female athletes. As you would have heard, this is the largest number of female athletes that we have ever had going to the Olympic Games. And the team is as follows. In athletics, Richard Thompson, 100 meters. Rondell Cirillo, 100 and 200 meters. Keston Bledman, 100 meters. Kyle Grayo, 200 meters. Our men's 4x100 meter relay team, comprising Richard Thompson, Rondell Cirillo, Keston Bledman, Emmanuel Calendar, Marcus Duncan, and Kyle Gray. Among the women, Michelle Lee Ahi, 100 meters and 200 meters. Seymour Hackett, 100 meters and 200 meters. Kellyanne Batiste, 100 meters. Rhea Thomas, 200 meters. Our female 4x1 team comprising of Michelle Lee Ahi, Seymour Hackett, Kellyanne Batiste, Khalifa Sinfort, Rhea Thomas, and Kai Selvan, that is. Our hurdlers, Mikel Thomas, in the 110 meters hurdles, Janine Belil, in the 400 meters hurdles, Sparkle McKnight, in the 400 meter hurdles, and J. Hugh Gordon, in the 400 meter hurdles. In the 400 meter flat for men, we have Marshall Cedenio, Lalonde Gordon, and Dion Lendo. And our 4x400 meters relay team comprising Marshall Cedenio, Lalonde Gordon, Dion Lendo, Jarin Solomon, Rennie Qual, and Jareen Richards. Of course, our reigning Olympic champion in the javelin, Keyshawn Walcott, and Cleopatra Borrell in the shot put. In boxing, we have one qualifier, Nigel Paul. In cycling, one qualifier in Jacine Phillip. In artistic gymnastics, one qualifier in Marissa Dick. In judo, one qualifier, Christopher George. In rowing, one qualifier, Felice Aisha Chow. In sailing, one qualifier, Andrew Lewis. And in swimming, two qualifiers, George Bovell III and Dylan Carter. I will, of course, be chef de mission, and we will be accompanied by administrative staff. I have omitted at this moment management teams in the various disciplines, but that will be made available to you, of course. So that will be our team of athletes, I stress of athletes, to Rio 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give these young men and women a great round of applause for their participation.
It's a pleasure to be here on a joint platform with the TTOC as we announce the team for the Rio 2016 Games. As you all are aware, the Paralympic Games will take place 2 weeks after the close of the Olympic Games. Our team comprises 3 athletes, and unfortunately our chef de mission is not here today. Ms. Judy Beckles will be the chef leading the team. We have 2 athletes in athletics, Ms. Nayosha Kane, who competes in the 100 meters and 200 meters in the F44 class. And we have Mr. Akeem Stewart, competes in the T43 and F44. One is T43 and one is track, and F is for the field. Mr. Akeem takes part in the F43 in javelin and discus. And we have our lone swimmer, Ms. Chantal Ince, who is a repeat performer at the Paralympic Games. Last Paralympic Games, we only had 2 athletes. This time we are going with 3. And I am very confident to tell you all today, we will be coming back with medals, multiple.
I would like to just find out the details for the pre-games camp.
Yes, the pre-games camp will be held in Braganca, which is in the state of Sao Paulo. We will be departing a party, an advance party will leave on the 22nd of July. I myself will leave on the 23rd of July. The camp officially starts on the 24th of July. We will spend until August the 4th at this camp. The living accommodation will be in a hotel, very, very good quality, Hotel Agostino in Braganca. There we will have facilities for most of the disciplines in which we've qualified, including judo, gymnastics. We don't have a 50-meter pool. We only have a 25-meter pool, so that will have to be discussed with the people who have been qualified, or who have qualified. So the camp goes until August the 4th, and on August the 4th, we break camp, of course, and we head on to Rio. The opening ceremony is on the 5th of August. Yes?
Remember offhand last year how much female athletes we had?
Oh, last Olympics? No, how many female? Let me count. We had a 4x1 team, so we would have had 6 people, and we would have had a hurdler and Cleo, so we would have had 8. We would have had 8.
And the reason why Kaiserborn and Kellyanne not running is because they didn't qualify in 200 meters. That is.
I did mention at the reception hosted by the president approximately two weeks ago that of the 7 people who ran that 200-meter final, 6 of those ladies did in that particular race achieve the qualifying time. But of course, one would have to consider the ranking in terms of the placing of the event. So that we have several women who have done the qualifying time, but of course only 3 women can compete, and therefore the 3 first past the post in that event have been selected to run the 200 meters. Yes, Tommy.
The men's 400, I know you'll have the discretionary pick, right, for the 3rd one.
Yes.
The reason you decided this early that it will be Lendo as opposed to Solomon?
Well, I don't know if we can say with clarity that it will be Lendo instead of Solomon. The Track and Field Administration has in fact submitted the 4 qualifiers, which includes Darren Solomon, and of course that decision will be made ultimately closer to the game.